I was walking through a metal detector at the airport when it started beeping. Beep, beep, beep. The TSA agent waved me to the side with that bored expression they all have, and I stepped out thinking this would take 30 seconds max. My husband Hugo was already on the other side of security, waiting for me. We were cutting it close for our flight to Beijing, $1,400 per ticket that we'd saved up for 2 years to afford. Can we get a female assistant to pat this lady down? The agent called out, and a woman in blue gloves approached me. Standard pat down, I figured, but when her hands passed over my sides, she paused, then again at my shoulders. Are you traveling willingly today? She asked quietly, her hands lingering on my arms. What? Yes, of course. I laughed nervously. Is something wrong? She didn't answer, just kept looking at me with this intense expression. Is everything okay with your husband? My phone lit up on the security conveyor belt. It was Hugo texting asking where I was. The agent reached over and took it, sliding it into her pocket. This is a safe space, she said. You can talk to us. My stomach dropped with a mixture of confusion and frustration. What was happening? I really need to get to my gate. We're going to miss our flight to China. But she was already leading me toward a door marked private screening. It was an interrogation room. My heart started racing with anxiety. What did they find? I'd never even done doctorx before. Inside, another woman was waiting with a clipboard. She looked at me like I was made of glass. Ma'am, I need to ask you some questions. Who purchased your tickets today? My husband did. Who packed your bags? We packed together. Look, what is this about? Our flight leaves in 40 minutes. The supervisor exchanged a look with the first agent. Are you being forced to go somewhere you don't want to go? That's when I started getting scared. They thought something was wrong when it wasn't. No, we're going on vacation. We've been planning this for years. Through the small window in the door, I saw 2 police officers approaching. My chest tightened. One of them entered while the other stayed outside. The security guard that entered was huge, and he studied me like he was looking for something specific. Ma'am, I need to ask about any injuries you might have. Any bruises we should know about? What? No, my voice cracked. Then movement outside caught my eye. Through that tiny window, I saw my husband Hugo being surrounded by 3 officers. His hands were behind his back. They were arresting him. Actually arresting my husband. Oh my gosh, what are you doing to him? I jumped up, but the female agent gently pressed my shoulders down. I kept arguing. He didn't do anything. Ma'am, please stay calm, the officer said. We need to make sure you're safe first. A 4th worker entered the interrogation room, a younger woman with a folder full of pamphlets. The domestic violence hotline number was visible on top. She knelt beside my chair like I was a wounded animal. Sweetheart, I'm here to help domestic violence victims. I'm on your side. We can get you somewhere safe, she said softly. You don't have to go back to your husband. You don't have to get on that plane. Everyone was looking at me with these expressions of deep concern and pity. They'd taken my phone. Hugo was in custody. Our flight to Beijing was definitely leaving without us, and $1,400 per ticket was down the drain. Please, I begged, tears starting. There's been a mistake. Nobody's hurting anybody. We're just trying to go on vacation. The supervisor whispered something to the officer. He nodded and pulled out a metal detecting wand. Let's try this again, he said, running it over me. Beep. It beeped right at my pocket. The pocket I knew was empty because I'd checked it 3 times before going through security. I reached in, confused, and my fingers hit something metal, something I didn't remember putting there. I pulled out a metal spoon from the hotel breakfast buffet this morning. The room went silent, dead silent. My face was still showing my confusion. That's when the supervisor's face changed completely. Oh, honey, you didn't know, did you? Know what? I held up the spoon like an idiot. It's from breakfast. She sat down heavily in the chair across from me. Domestic violence victims put metal spoons in their pockets to trigger the detectors. It's a way to ask for help when they can't say it out loud, when their abuser is right there. The room tilted. What? It's been happening for years. This saves about 3 or 4 people a month just at this airport. When we found it on you, and you seemed nervous, and you kept denying everything, she rubbed her face. We thought you were secretly asking for help but too scared to say it with your husband nearby. 20 minutes later, Hugo found me still sitting in that room, holding the spoon. We missed our flight. I haven't used a spoon since. Forks are better anyway.